I can't believe I'm the same creature whose thoughts were once filled with beauty and love. This is Rebooty and the Beast, a podcast in two parts. I'm Matt Molinaro.
And I'm N. Burke. In the first episode, we review an original piece of media, and in the subsequent episodes, we discuss the reboot, or reboots in this case.
We sure do. And we're in for a good one today.
People. Would we say a good one?
We're in for a one today. We're definitely, this is going to be an experience. That's what I would describe it as.
Yeah. So this is the 2015 Frankenstein.
Yeah. Which strangely, by the way, I could not find for the life of me. And it's listed on like Amazon as like 2019 or something like that. Which was really driving me crazy. It took me forever to find this version. Because there is a 2015 Frankenstein that we looked at as an alternative to this. I think it was like Victor Frankenstein or something like that.
Yes. Yeah.
But we went with this one.
We did watch the same movie, right?
Huh?
We did watch the same movie, right?
We had to have.
Okay, well, first, let's just verify. One of the movie stars is Carrie-Anne Moss from The Matrix?
Yes.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Could you? No, based on our texts to each other, I had no doubt in my mind we watched the same movie.
Okay, good.
And I had seen the ratings for this movie, which I'll hide for now until after.
Okay.
Which was like, okay, yeah, this is definitely one to watch for sure. You know, not in a bad way. Based on what I was looking at, I was like, okay, yeah, that's a watchable movie for sure.
Okay.
And so that's kind of where I went. I didn't watch a trailer. I saw a couple different promotional like stills for it that were used as like, I guess, like cover art on different apps and stuff like that. And they all gave me a similar vibe, which was Insane Clown Posse meets Grey's Anatomy. I couldn't quite get. Some of them had this clinical aspect to it with Carrie-Anne Moss's face looking like she was straight out of ER.
Yes.
And then some of them had this like Saw quality to them. So I was like, ooh, this might be like a modern. I was expecting extremely modern, like very technical, like clinical kind of like vibes instead of like magic vibes.
Yeah.
And like science, I guess that's what I would say, a science-y kind of overtone. And then I was expecting maybe like a horror aspect based on what I was looking at.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting much, and I as always, went into this completely blind and was shocked by what I saw.
And I cannot wait to talk about this. Should we should we just do the IMDb summary and just get into it, because I want to just talk about shocking.
Okay, yes, do it.
Because this is by the way, the cast is was there anyone in the cast you recognized besides Carrie-Anne Moss and Danny Houston?
No, that's it.
Okay, same. The main character, Javier, is named Javier Samuel. I'm just gonna put the actor's name out there because he is the other one.
The one who plays the monster, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Summary. A married couple of scientists create a modern-day monster. Period. The end.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh my God.
So
okay,
I thought, okay, I had that before the movie as well. So, again, felt like I was expecting the right thing.
I mean, it sounds like they put about as much effort into the summary as they put into the rest of the movie.
And, I just don't even... Can I talk about what was the first jarring aspect of the movie?
Sure.
When it was the opening title cards from, like, the studios and things that worked on it.
Oh, my God. And they were things you'd never heard of in your life?
No, and I felt like I just started playing Crazy Taxi. I didn't feel like I was supposed to watch a movie based on the logos and the animations.
Yeah, one of them was, like, Bad Badger or something?
I don't even remember. No disrespect, but instantly I was like, oh, this is interesting quality.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of, like, instead of being, like, produced by Tommy Wiseau, it was like, oh, let's create a production company so that it looks more legit.
Yeah.
Which did not succeed.
And then we open with an operating room in a laboratory.
Yes, with a monologue from the monster's perspective.
How would you describe the way he spoke at this point?
That's a great question. I would say, I mean, his opening monologue is he monologues throughout the movie.
Yes.
Which I have a significant problem with generally because at no point during the movie does he ever operate with the amount of mental clarity that his monologue provides. Correct. And so it's completely disconnected from the actual movie that you're watching.
Correct. And it's also a lazy storytelling device.
Extremely lazy. I will say for like a couple minutes, ignoring the title cards, which I was like, okay, that's a little interesting, a little dicey. Mm-hmm. I was kind of like, I think that a good percentage, maybe all, of the Frankenstein novel is from the perspective of the monster. Mm-hmm. And the idea of like this being about his experience and told from his perspective and all of that, I was like, okay, I could be really into this.
Yes. And I will also say, I was still holding on to hope when I saw the title cards, and then I started the movie, and the camera quality was interesting, but I thought it's a choice, and it's maybe a little lower budget, fine.
Yeah.
But for the first, I would say, I want to be honest, maybe 7 minutes?
Yes.
I was like thinking like you were. I was like, I could do this. The voiceover was a little heavy-handed.
Yeah.
A little bit like this.
Yeah.
I talked a little bit like this.
Yeah.
Which was a little bit annoying, but I was like, okay, whatever. Who knows how a monster is going to talk, and I don't know what this monster is going to end up even looking like, if they're doing something different, you know what I mean? And the like shots they were doing in the operating room and stuff were interesting angles, and I was like, okay, it's maybe like artsy and stuff. I like the angle of like this being like an operating scientific experiment in a modern laboratory.
For sure.
That felt like it held a lot of potential.
Yes. However, a couple things. One is I will say that he's hot. The monster is hot at the beginning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the actor's very, very hot.
Very attractive. And, they're trying to revive him, and he's like breaking free from medical restraints and stuff and seizing
water.
There's a lot of, Matt, this opening sequence of them like trying to kind of like bring him to life went on for a very long time. And
it went on for a very long time.
I would say a solid 10% of this movie is him like having seizures or fits.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't even get me started on what this movie is full of and what it's not.
Yeah. I also, so he does come to life. They say he's alive.
And what he looks like a person.
Yes, he looks like just a hot guy that they brought back to life at this
Not
point.
A stitch.
No stitches, no nothing, just a hot guy.
Just a hot guy.
And then they pick a theme which I find to be the most repugnant thing that one could ever do, which is a fully grown adult man acting and speaking like a baby.
I was so like...
You've seen Broad City, right?
No, only a couple random episodes.
Oh my god. Okay, there's an episode with Fred Armisen where
he's the baby?
He's the baby.
I've seen that one.
Oh my god.
I'm just a baby.
I'm just a baby. It's very that, like, he suckles on her finger, like, and she's, like, coddling him like a newborn.
So, when I realized they had chosen, speaking of choices that they had made, when I realized they had chosen to make this a mommy, daddy, child situation, and then, like, lean so incredibly hard into that, I was so deeply uncomfortable in a way that never subsided until days after the movie had passed.
I mean, it's a different kind of horror, which is the horror of an adult man acting like a baby.
And he didn't just, like, act like a baby. Like, he really leaned in. Like...
Yes, he did, like, toddler reaching grabby hands and, like, mama things. Like, it was a full baby. Okay, so first, his, like, suckling on her finger and, like, discovering how to do that and liking it and stuff.
And then their delight, the parents' delight in it happening,
yes,
was so deeply uncomfortable, because through this whole situation of him going through the seizing in the water, throwing up and all that nonsense for a year on the table, they're like, never are they like breaking a sweat. They're just like, he's a miracle. Look at this. Just like a newborn.
The part that I found even creepier was Carrie-Anne Moss is, coddling him like a baby. He's suckling at her finger, etc. But she is giving like major fuck me eyes to him.
Yes. It's very Oedipus.
Very. I literally had a note that said modern Prometheus, more like modern Oedipus. Am I right?
For sure. Oh my God. Okay, I don't know if you're ready for this note.
Okay.
Because I was writing down, I'm going to read you my process, okay? I'm going to read you my notes just line by line. I wrote, he's sucking her pinky. The next line is, okay, this is getting weird. And my next line is, okay, he's peeing on them.
Yes, he pees, they laugh.
I cannot believe what I am watching. What possessed these people to make these choices and film them and edit them and leave them in? Why are we doing this? This is Frankenstein.
Yeah.
He's peeing on them. We get it. He's a baby.
It's so uncomfortable. It's like really, truly one of the cringiest, yuckiest things I've ever seen in a movie.
Yeah, it was so gross. And that's my last note on that scene.
Okay, well, I have one more note, which is, she's making the major fuck me eyes at him. And I just wrote, does she want to fuck the monster? Because girl, get in line. Like, we all know he's hot, okay?
He's hot, but if he makes even one of those baby sounds...
it's game over.
Bye-bye.
Deal breaker.
Day's over. Gone.
Not to yuck anybody's yum, but yuck. Major yuck for me. Okay. Yeah, there's like baby food, baby bottles. They're like teaching him to throw a ball, and he like hits
oh my God, teaching him to throw a ball, and he's eating and they're going, yum, yum. And he's going, yeah, yum, yum. I can't believe what the indignity they put this actor through.
I can't either. And I feel bad for him because it's not like he was given good material to work with, but also it's just
the commitment is
awful.
So deep.
That's the thing, is it feels very like again an early improv class where somebody is fully committed to something that is just a terrible idea.
Terrible. And I bet he thought, this is going to be it. I know these actors.
Well, that's the crazy thing. I was like, Carrie-Anne Moss, if I was cast in a movie with Carrie-Anne Moss, I would be like, oh my God, like, I'm going to make it.
For sure. And the other guy, Danny Houston, I don't know him by like name if you just said him, but as soon as I saw his face, I was like, oh my God, I've seen him in a gajillion things.
Yeah, totally.
And when I looked him up, it would 100 million things. So it was like, he probably thought this is it.
Yeah.
And he's on camera a effing lot.
Yes. He's the star of the movie, I think. Mm-hmm. He's on there way more than Carrie-Anne Moss is.
Yep. They're feeding him, like you said. I wrote down the way he moves his mouth when he talks and like is in wonder. It makes me really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Mama, nonstop. The mama stuff and her delight. Oh, he's calling me mama. I cannot get past it. It's all happening in a laboratory. And then you get like a tiny little scene where Victor Frankenstein, his dad, is in the hallway talking to some other doctor that they don't explain who he is or whatever.
No.
Giving him some kind of analysis on this, like, oh, it's a bad idea because who knows why? It's dangerous. And then he's like, oh, no, I'm not worried about your analysis. It's just going to make him heal faster. And that's their storytelling device. That's the one, that's it.
Yeah. And
a vague conversation in a hallway.
And kind of inexplicably, pretty quickly, the monster starts to develop like lesions and things on his body that seem to indicate he's like decaying.
Okay. At the very beginning, I thought they were doing something totally different, and I was like, okay, we're getting out of this. We're gonna change tactics now, because the first thing he gets is right on his neck, and I'm like, oh, it's a lump on his neck. They're like mimicking the bolts in the neck of Frankenstein. they're going to start to Frankenstein him up now, you know?
I didn't even get that connection.
That's what I thought was happening, because it was just a little lump in his neck at first. But then, nope. Nope.
No, he starts to literally fall apart.
He's like
a
decaying.
zombie.
It's strange.
Yeah.
He's just getting like these lumps on him. And I have to say, the prosthetics at this point are not great.
No.
Not great. And they spend a lot of close-up time really showcasing them.
Yes.
In a way that feels incredibly proud.
Yeah.
And have you ever seen the TV show Face Off?
Is that the makeup competition one?
Yeah, the like sci-fi.
Oh yeah. I've never seen it. No, I'm thinking of Glow Up or whatever, but I know Face Off. Yeah,
it's a great show. Great.
Yeah,
show.
There's really talented people on that.
Incredibly talented people on that. The work I see on that is so much better.
Yeah.
In competitions where they're limited in their craft is better than the work they're showing here.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh my God. And they're like, it's like things like pussy sacks that they're popping open close up.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
So they decide that he's in pain. And so Frankenstein, the scientist, says that if we accept that he's conscious, then we can't prolong his agony. So they decide to euthanize him. Mm-hmm. But he basically like wakes up immediately and chokes to death one of the doctors who tried to euthanize him.
Mm-hmm.
And they also mention when they're gonna like autopsy him that his eyes were like, we need to save his eyes. And they said something almost that made it seem like his eyes were like 3D printed. And so I was like, is he supposed to have been fully 3D printed? But then that doesn't make sense. Why would he be decaying? But then they talk about his eyes for a few minutes, but it literally never comes up again.
Yeah, they did. They focused on his eyes like that was going to be some sort of like clue into something more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was strange. And then like the way they're all seemingly on the same page, but his mom is like quiet, sort of.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like she wants to do it, but doesn't say
she does not
really
want
either.
to.
She just kind of like stands off camera, looking to the side, sort of like dramatically.
Mm-hmm.
And then the way they end is like his dad chokes him out.
Correct.
Because they made him his dad, so his dad's choking him out, and he's like a teenager.
Correct.
It's very strange. And then they think he's dead, so they're like, okay, we killed somebody, and now they have a dead body in the lab. By the way, where the fuck is this lab?
Matt, this lab alternates between like a lab with 2 scientists in it that's like underground, and then periodically it's like a military base with like soldiers running around with guns. It makes no sense at all.
Yes. They made it seem through this whole thing, like at the beginning, that it was just their like own laboratory someplace, or that they were in a laboratory system. But then, like you said, it's like a military base that people are often running through. They're stumbling into people. People are getting in trouble because there's rank that there's never explained for the extras.
Did you saw season 5 of Buffy with the Initiative, who like kept monsters and demons underground? I feel like the director was inspired by that plot line to create this, and it like made no sense at all.
It was like an underground bunker that looked like the size of a mall, a shopping mall.
Correct. Yeah.
Big, huge.
So he wakes up during the autopsy, strangles one of the doctors, and takes I don't know what that's called. Whatever they use during autopsies, and like saws into. Okay, listen. He saws into one of the doctor's skulls when the doctor is like alive. He's murdering him with the saw for autopsies. And then there's like, he starts like fingering his fucking brain.
Yes.
And they like focus on him like fingering this doctor's brain for a long time. And I can't stand that kind of thing. That I thought was so gross. But as he's having his brain fingered, the doctor says to him, "You're magnificent. You have the strength of 10 men." And then his brain gets fingered to death.
And there's no other way to describe it. What in the world was when he was fingering the brain and really just getting into it, and the man was speaking, period. But then when he was saying, "You're magnificent," well, who is this? What is happening? Who was this man even, really?
Right. That's the thing. They were just random doctors that weren't there before, but somehow were now involved.
Right. It wasn't like this was like a wise man that had been studying this like specimen with them. We've seen through the whole movie, and now he's like, so we get why he's so like marveling at this. It was just the dumbest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Fingering the brain.
Oy.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Meanwhile, some of the soldiers, he's like escaping from the lab. Some of the soldiers like shoot at him, but he seems unfazed by bullets and he murders both of them.
Oh my God. The fight choreography was so embarrassingly bad.
Oh, like, well, not as bad as when he gets outside and he's being chased. And at first he's running like a toddler. And then he like goes from running like a toddler to apparently outrunning a German Shepherd.
Outrunning a German Shepherd for a while.
A really long time.
Like, complete. And the German Shepherd loses his trail. He's so fast.
And then he like crashes into murky swamp water, which is fresh water freaks me out because it's so gross and full of bacteria. But we get some more monologue where he's like, I rest from my fatigue until I am tormented by hunger and thirst.
Oh my God.
And my next note, by the way, was this movie filmed with a budget of $27?
Was this movie filmed with a budget of $27 by 15-year-olds?
Yeah. So he eats worms, he sees a train.
Oh, wait. So he eats worms, he sees a train.
I mean, tell me that's not what happens next.
You're killing me. I just have to say here, yes, he eats worms and he sees a train. I have to wonder how this monster or whatever, went from being a full baby, sucking a finger like a nipple, like 10 effing minutes ago, to manufacturing and carrying out his own escape from this facility, past armed guards, knew what weapons were, completely, fully aware of what's happening, escapes. By the way, the guards seem to not know who he was. Like, it was one of many experiments, and they're like, oh, what's this guy doing?
Exactly.
Casually. They're like, oh, who's this? Show me your ID. It was so dumb. And then the here I lay hungry thing, eating his worms, eating bugs, the most performative bug eating I've ever seen in my life. It was like when someone is ordering something special on the menu and they want everyone to pay attention. Yeah. To them being the like adventurous one. Ooh, I got the escargot. Snails. I've never tried snails. Ooh, snails. Yikes. Gary. Sorry, Gary. It's like one of those people. He is like waving the scorpions in the air, twirling the millipedes around his fingers. Eat the bug, Pumbaa. Yeah. And then after he's eating the snails and the snails, after he's eating the bugs and the worms, he's eating a carcass.
Correct. Yes.
I was so disgusted with him eating. What is this, Fear Factor?
It's really gross. I mean, which is grosser, him eating a carcass or him fingering a doctor's brain or him making fuck eyes at his mom?
I mean,
I know which one grosses me out the most.
Is it the fuck eyes at his mom?
It's the baby talk at the mom that he wants to fuck. Yeah.
Yeah. So much carcass eating. I just wrote a lot of carcass eating. Then they bury a carcass and they're trying to show, I guess, that he cares about burying. Like he knows how to do a burial.
Okay. Well, he makes friends with a dog. Don't forget. There's a dog best friend for a little while. Right.
Which I thought was the German Shepherd for a minute.
It looked like it, but it's just a random forest dog that he befriends for a while. Mm-hmm. And then he like wanders into town and the dog finds a little girl at a park and the girl is like, you look like shit. Play sticks with me. This girl is too old to be playing a game called Sticks, by the way.
Play sticks with me? I was like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Will you play sticks with me? First she goes, are you hurt? And he looks like shit. He's at this point like devolving over time. Like he's
he's escaped from an institution in blood-soaked coveralls and his face is decaying.
He looks like the Toxic Avenger cartoon.
Yeah.
And she's like, are you hurt? He says nothing, and she goes, will you play sticks with me?
Yeah.
Dumb game. Another dumb game.
And much like the original Frankenstein movie, he runs out of sticks that they throw in the water, and then he throws her in the water. But unlike the original Frankenstein, he jumps in after her and saves her.
Yeah. Wow. What a hero. Which, by the way, if she couldn't swim out that at all, it wasn't that far from like the side.
No, and it looked like they were at like a rest area for like by the side of the freeway, but there was a lake there.
Yeah, it looked like she was just kind of like in shallow water. That if she like reached the bottom, like the top of her head would still be there. She could just like hop.
Yeah.
It was kind of pathetic. And the game of sticks is putting a stick in the water on one side of a bridge and watching it come out the other end.
Yeah. So fun.
Cool. He should have just left her in the water for that game.
He should have. The cops show up and they're like, put the girl down, and he doesn't, and the dog is barking at the cops, and the cops shoot his dog.
Full stop. I was like, what is happening? What is happening with this? Because they're like, there's no need.
No.
The dog is doing nothing but barking at them.
Correct.
They don't even know how the dog's involved.
Right, they don't even know if it's
just
his
a dog that's there.
Correct. Now,
they shoot the dog.
They shoot the dog, and I will say that Frankenstein's monster then rightfully beats the shit out of the cops for that.
I wrote, thankfully he wrecks them.
Yes.
100%. Thank you.
Also, I think I'm correct about this, but please correct me if I'm wrong. While he is murdering one of the cops and like smashing his head into the ground, I'm pretty sure the cop asks for his mom. He's like, Mommy.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, I wrote down the things that were coming out of their mouths were things like, stop it. You're hurting me.
Yeah.
Mommy.
Also, one of the cops the cop that murders the dog, I think gets away or something, and he ends up being a cop that shows up a couple times later, I think.
Oh, yeah. By the way, the little girl is there when all this happens.
Right. She sees two cops being absolutely smashed into pulp.
And a dog being murdered.
And a dog being murdered.
And it's like, just kind of like chilling.
Right.
There's something wrong with her.
Traumatized for the rest of her life.
Big time. Goodbye. And no, by the way, he just walks away from this.
Right. He picks up his dog and carries it away and buries it. And then, without any explanation, a whole ton of people run up to him.
An angry mob, quite literally.
An angry mob, which came from nowhere. We've never seen any of these people before, but they just show up and start hitting him with bats, and they chain him to a tractor, and they start pulling him. And it was at this point that I wrote, 100% this movie was just the director doing lines of cocaine and trying to figure out what should happen next.
Oh, that feels very accurate. This feels very drug-induced. This feels like something that someone at some point should have said, that's not really necessary. That
you know what
no
this
sense.
is?
They have a angry mob the size of like the city of where Belle is from in Beauty and the Beast coming after him. Literally beating him with like random sticks and random like doodads. It's the weirdest thing in the world, but they're screaming random shit too. And as they're dragging him from a tractor, they're dragging him from a tractor. They do this weird angle, like so you could see, like from, I don't know, like I guess he was holding probably the camera over his head as he's being dragged and like shooting from above his head kind of vibe. And they do the slow-mo music. Like, it's very dramatic. I was not moved.
No.
There's nothing moving about this scene. They were like, da, 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 like, oh, he's being dragged from the tractor. I was just like, can we cut to the next scene?
So, also, I just realized this, you know what this feels like? This feels like a film class assignment for like a college film class where they were like, you have to come up with a creative reinterpretation of like a classic movie or something.
Yeah, they were like, they get a blend. They had, it was almost like a grab. Like you get a classic story, Frankenstein. You get like an object, tractor. And then you get like a theme, science.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay. And then like a line of dialogue, mommy.
Yeah. So he's questioned. The next thing is he ends up in the police station. He's being questioned, but he can't answer any questions. And literally the cop who's questioning him goes like, what's your name? What's your name? And he doesn't answer. And then he just like asks for mama. And the cop goes, he seems to have the mental capacity of a 1-year-old, which I'm like, oh, are you like a trained doctor? What are you talking about?
Thank you. I was like, who are you?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a very, very exact diagnosis for him just repeating a name.
Yeah.
So they just keep asking him, what's your name? These actors.
It's the most unnatural dialogue, too. Like, a police officer would never say, he seems to have the capacity of mental capacity of a 1-year-old. He'd be like, this guy seems dumb.
Yes, exactly. And as they keep asking him his name, he says,
Monster, yes.
Monster.
And I forgot, before he escaped from the lab/military base, he grabbed his mother, Carrie-Anne Moss's ID, and they're like, oh, is this your mom? And so they contact her and bring her to the police station. And even though she was like madly in love with him as both a mother and wanting to fuck him, when she comes into the police station and sees him, she's like, I've never seen this person before, and just leaves.
And there's no explanation. There's no little piece of regret they put in her eye, or even an ounce of recognition or nothing. Completely like, whatever. And the way he's gone from mama, and now this is the way he says it. And he says this 7,000 times for the rest of the movie.
Mom. Yeah.
It's a mom with 17 M's at the end of it.
Yeah.
A hard ending. And he moans it throughout the rest of the effing movie.
So again, the next thing that happens makes no sense, which is the cops are then driving him out of the police station toward where we don't know. But and it's police officers in an ambulance.
In an ambulance. He's in the back of an ambulance in a straitjacket. And they're moving him. The police officers are in the ambulance with him.
Yes. And they are doing some straight up like porn movie level of acting. Like, it is horrendous. Atrocious acting.
We have seen Law and Order season 1.
Yes.
This is below the barrel. This script between these two cops has the word fuck in it 500,000 times.
Yeah.
For no reason. One of the cops is just like, this fucking...
And what really confuses me is, 1, why are they in an ambulance? 2, where are they taking him? And then 3, when they arrive, they take him to like an underpass and shoot him in the head.
They shoot him in the head. I was like, what was they beat him up a bunch and like talk shit to him, I guess.
Yeah.
And then they shoot him in the head. I was like, what was the actual plan supposed to be, number one? Because this looks like an official transport of some type to
right.
Who knows where, like you said. And now you've gone and killed him, and now you're not showing up with the body. So obviously, what was the plan for you two? How does that just go unchecked, number one?
Yeah.
And number 2, why did you... What? They bury him under, like, garbage. They don't even make a grave.
No. It makes no sense at
Obviously
all.
being found. He's, like, sticking out.
Yeah. There is absolutely no coherence to the plot of this movie at this point.
No.
I mean, at the beginning point, but especially now, where it's like the cops just randomly decide to assassinate this man for no reason.
Right. And then he gets up.
Yep, and he's in, like, a homeless encampment.
So his body's degenerating, but he survives a gunshot wound to the head.
Yes.
He could barely walk, he could barely breathe, no cognition, gunshot wound to the head, I'm up and at him again.
Yeah.
Just get me a power bar.
Then he...
Oh my god, he comes upon the man in the hall, in the alleyway with the music.
I mean, and if this isn't like the tropiest tropey thing ever of like, oh, the friendly blind black man who plays the blues guitar, who takes him in and like sees past his like, you know, surface level. It's just like, Jesus Christ, kill me.
It was so gross. It was so gross. And I was like, what is this going to be now? So I was like, oh, this is the blind guy. This is the replacement for the blind man in the woods.
Yes.
And the family or whatever. So we have this man who is like, now we go into a whole different movie, I feel like.
Yes.
It's like a totally different movie now. A brand new movie has begun.
Yes.
It's not one you want to watch either.
No.
Spoiler alert. But it's a brand new movie.
Yes. And
he comes across, what's his name, Eddie?
Maybe, I think Eddie, yeah.
Eddie the busker?
Yeah.
And for no reason, he becomes such a good friend to him that he like teaches him how to be a lot like out in the world, teaches him how to put clothes on.
Yeah, teaches him how to like find food in dumpsters, teaches him how to talk somewhat.
Yeah, don't eat dead animals, eat trash.
Right.
Dialogue like, not good, it's bad.
Yes.
has him drink alcohol.
Also, at this point, we get like voiceovers about social inequality. So this movie, it's just a kitchen sink of shit.
Yes, it was very strange. And it was like, it was about social inequality, and it was like, but through his eyes as a monster.
Yeah.
It was deeply problematic, even the message they're trying to get away with. I don't even know what this was. This gritty city drama they're trying to create now.
All right.
Where Eddie tries to teach him how to have sex and
oh my God, yes.
run from cops.
So he meets a Wanda, who's a sex worker. And
did you recognize her?
I didn't write it down, but her face does look really familiar now that I think about it. Who was she?
I love her. I cannot believe another one. Have you seen
she
Pen
in
15?
Hacks? Oh yeah, I've seen Pen 15. Yeah.
She's the main character.
Are you serious?
And
did
writer,
you verify that?
Brilliant writer of that show.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my God, that is crazy.
I'm almost let me triple check. Wanda.
Mary Erskine.
Maya.
Oh, Maya Erskine. Yeah, Pen 15. Whoa.
I recognized her. I couldn't tell from what. And then Davey looked it up, and I was like so disappointed.
Oh my God, this was her first film role.
Okay, thank you. I needed to hear something like that. Something needed to explain. Everyone has mistakes. I needed to know this wasn't like her work.
No.
She's a writer.
Dang, that is absolutely crazy. I thought I recognized her for a minute as the blackjack dealer from Hacks, but you're right.
Oh yeah.
Whoa. Okay. Okay. So Ernie, what's his name? Eddie.
Yeah, and her name is Wanda. He introduces her Wanda randomly on the street,
and she does not seem disturbed at all by the fact that his face is falling off of his body.
No. Okay, can we talk about that? Because he's only covering himself with a hood that's like over like his hair. Like you could see his hair sticking out. You could totally see his face. He's looking down, but you could totally see it.
Right.
Completely. Covered in boils and different color than anybody else.
Right. And she says like, oh, you smell kind of bad, but let's like get you a shower and then I'll fuck you.
Yeah. And it's because like they show him, so they show him porn on the phone.
Yes.
And then with no warning, you see a baby birthing video.
That was so weird.
It was real too.
Ugh. Gross.
Disgusting. I'm sorry, not to say that the act of giving birth is disgusting, but to see like a medical procedure, like boom, the graphic part of the medical procedure, bam, like that is jarring.
Yes.
That was a jarring image that I was not expecting at all. They were showing him porn, and then, which was weird also.
Yes.
Immediately, ugh. And then immediately that. And she's like, see? She just had this handy on her phone, back to back.
Right.
And then they're like, we're going to go do this. Why?
Yeah, so she takes him to a hotel and makes him shower. But then when he comes out of the shower, she finally sees him without any clothes on. And
so
he's like, what's that?
And so do we.
Yeah. And he's basically like a burn victim, full body scar, like Ken doll. He has like no junk at all. Yeah. And she's like, you don't even look human. But then he does like baby arms outreach to her, and she's like screaming. And then he seems to like accidentally break her spine while he's calling out for his mom.
While he's calling out for his mom. I think she says something like, do you want to fuck your mom, or something like that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
During it. And I was like, this is weird.
Very weird.
This is getting even... I mean, this is weird. I mean, what am I talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Eddie, hears all this happen. He busts down the door, and he accidentally kills Eddie.
Oh, wait, I forgot to say this one little detail. Before
what?
She dies, he looks up his mom for him online.
Oh, yeah.
So yes. This is important. And so she looks her up online because, she's a scientist and has her home address. Just has her home address, by the way, on her phone now.
Right.
That's what we do. When you're a scientist, you put your home address on Google.
Yeah.
And the website she was using to look all this up.
Uh-huh.
ShellyKnows.com.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Shelly knows. Hey, Shelly.
Yeah, I forgot. I read that was like a nod to Mary Shelley, and I'm like, please don't take her name out of your mouth.
Oh, I did not even think of that. I was like, Shelley, who is she?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a nod to Mary Shelley.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God. Okay, so then he uses her phone. So he's killed both of them, but at this point he apparently knows how to use Apple Maps, and he uses the phones. He now knows GPS, and he now knows freeway systems and road systems because he's
like GPS. He's following Siri.
Yeah.
I could not believe it.
Yeah. Along the way, he runs into the cop who killed him, and
by the way, there's only 2 cops in town,
apparently, despite the fact that
they're not looking for him.
A big city.
Yeah, exactly. The same cop again. What do you know?
Yeah. The voiceover sounds like if Interview with the Vampire was written by ChatGPT.
Yes.
He shoots the cop who shot him, and then he gets to his mom's house. And he's okay. Speaking of dialogue that made me want to peel my skin off, he sees his mom and dad like preparing to fuck, and his dad, Dr. Frankenstein, is like kissing Mrs. Frankenstein, I guess. And he says, "Here comes Dr. Feelgood."
Here comes Dr. Feelgood.
Barf.
And they're dressed in like the full linen suits that Lucy and Ricky wear to bed.
100%. So he breaks in and starts strangling his dad. He strangles him for a little bit and says, like, you said you did not
strangles his dad for a little bit.
Yeah.
And how do they get him to stop strangling him? I think the mom goes over to him and goes, Adam.
Yes.
Your name is Adam.
Adam. Right. So she doesn't try to pull his hands off of her husband's throat. She just walks over calmly and tells him that his name is Adam, and that soothes him.
They're both very calm about this man breaking into their house in the first place, and the way he looks. Very calm.
Yes.
Unfazed.
Very calm. So they take him back to the lab and they show him like another body, and they're like, this is how we made you, and we can like make you again. And they say, this time you'll be beautiful. And he says like, he is not me, I'm me, he is other. And he like destroys the equipment and the other body, which I'm unclear whether it was like a corpse or being 3D printed. It's somewhere in between.
It looked like it was just being 3D printed, but it didn't look like you could see the inside of the 3D printing because they weren't done, and it wasn't like leaving room for like organs or anything. It was just solid material.
Yeah.
It was very strange how they were going to be explaining this.
Yeah. So then Frankenstein tranquilizes him, and says like, we'll decapitate him and incinerate his head. But his mom fights him, and
his mom fights him. Like, what are you doing? This man who is, you said you didn't even know who this was.
Right. Her motives are all over the map for this movie.
Makes no sense.
And Frankenstein slashes her throat, and so she's dead. And then the monster wakes up and carries her up in an elevator and builds a funeral pyre for her because apparently he knows what that is.
Right. Builds a funeral pyre for her, but no one's reacting to that. Like, he should... And can I just say,
yes,
they do this weird thing that we forgot to mention. They've showed this random scene 3 times throughout the movie now. This is the 3rd time, the final time. Mm-hmm. It is so comical every time they flash to it. It is a shot of the monster, but like looking not monsterly. The mom he's shirtless, she's in like a nightie.
Yeah.
And then the dog, the random dog from before, laying with all their heads together. It looks like one of those like MySpace images that would have been like an animated GIF. It would be reflecting
it looks like,
in the water underneath it.
Matt, what it looks like is a commercial for Pure Moods.
Yes, or soap.
Yes.
It's so embarrassing, and they cut to it to like, I guess, symbolize like they're all together. They're all going to be together again.
Yeah, because
in this like serene music, like it's this artsy shot. And every time it came up, if I had something on my mouth, I would have spit it out.
Honestly. And then I think he throws himself on the funeral pyre with her as he says, "I am Adam," and that's literally the end of the movie.
And his wife finds find this the guy's gonna find out all this happened.
Right.
No cops, like nothing. There's no presence other than like chasing and killing dogs. That's all the cops do. They do patient transport really badly, and then they do dog killing.
Yeah.
And alley hanging out in. Oh my god, that's not the end of the movie. You forgot.
Oh, what did I forget?
The last shot is hit the fire on his face, burning it off and burning away to like his former face.
Oh, okay.
The most embarrassing graphics you've ever seen in your life. It is like the most rudimentary 1997 face-off Not based off the competition, based off the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, bad.
Really bad.
And what's that supposed to symbolize? Like he's back to normal?
I don't know.
Randomly burns off?
Do you want to hear 2 pieces of trivia about this movie?
I'm shocked there are any, but I would love to. I would love to know why.
Yeah, I would like to know why as well. Here's the first one. The character who attempts to autopsy the monster is named Dr. Pretorius, which is a nod to the film Bride of Frankenstein, which has a Dr. Septimus Pretorius as the main antagonist in the movie. And my immediate reaction to that piece of trivia was, you can't nod to something in a movie when you never actually say that name in the movie.
Thank you. Who are you nodding this to? Who was that for?
Right, exactly.
You know what my reaction to that trivia was?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Exactly.
No, you didn't.
Yes.
Prove it.
So, and then calling the monster Adam is actually a reference to the original novel, because in the book, he says, "Remember that I am thy creature. I ought to be thy Adam, but I am rather the fallen angel, whom thou drivest from joy for no misdeed." So that's where they got Adam from.
Well, that's fun, I guess.
That's literally the only 2 pieces of trivia that exist about this movie, because I think you and I are the only people who have ever seen this movie.
Yeah, because let's talk about the ratings. Because
please.
This is what I did see these ratings before I saw the movie.
Okay.
I want you to brace yourself.
I'm ready.
I don't want you to do a Danny Lewis spit take, so please do not be drinking soup or water.
Okay.
IMDb, 5.1.
Okay.
Okay. Rotten Tomatoes, the tomato meter, 100%. The audience meter, 63%.
Okay.
I thought a little all over the board, but we're working with a 5.1 63% minimum. Maybe it's just not for everyone. But 100% tomato meter, I thought, I'm sure there's very few reviews, maybe one, but it's official enough for Rotten Tomatoes to have accepted it.
I was going to say that exact thing. I think it's because there's like one friend who reviewed it for them.
But it didn't count as like an audience member. It counted as like a real reviewer that was able to review it on the website.
Yeah.
And I think there were more than one review. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how this happened. I don't know why this happened to us.
Honestly, what are you going to score this movie?
What's the lowest score I've given so far for, I think it was probably Swept Away, but what was it?
Oh, no. Well, okay, so you gave the original Swept Away a 0 and the reboot of Swept Away a 0.25, and I think those are your lowest scores ever.
Gosh, I mean, I'm right in that territory. I'm really trying hard to see if I'm even giving it past a 0.
I know. I think I'm going to give it a 0.5 because for a few minutes, I was like, oh, this could be interesting. The whole thing told from the monster's perspective, which we've never seen in any of the other movies. That could be fun. And then that lasted for about 7 minutes.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 0.25 again because it happened. I can't really give it too much more. I hated the acting even from the actors that I respect.
Yes.
I was embarrassed. I am embarrassed for them. I'm so sorry that they had to do this. I hated it.
It was one of the worst things we've ever seen for this podcast.
I laughed a lot throughout it because it was so preposterous.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the commitment that character of Adam had throughout. He didn't break character, but it was such a terrible choice.
Yeah.
Oh,
so bad.
Gosh, what in the world happened here?
I can't even. I have no words left for this movie.
None. I'm shooketh.
Frankendone.
And speaking of Frankendone, we're almost Frankendone with this Frankenstein series. Have you watched the trailer for The Bride yet?
I haven't. I will. By next week, I will.
Okay, it's so good. It looks so good. So when that comes out, I totally want to see that.
Yeah. That
we could just do a little twofer, Bride of Frankenstein and The Bride.
Okay.
But we'll keep it fall themed for the next. I have some ideas. I shared one with you, but I have some other ideas I'll share with you off camera.
Off camera. Okay, great.
Anyway, if anyone out there would like to help us grow, the best thing you could do is to rate and review this podcast on whatever platform that you're currently using to listen to this episode with.
That's right. And also, word of mouth is huge. So if you could tell a friend about it, that would be awesome because that's the number one reason somebody tries a podcast.
And you can find us on social media. We'd love to hear from you. So check us out on RebootyPod on Instagram. We post regularly. And you can find us at rebootypod@gmail.com if you want to just drop a little note in our box. We just love recommendations. We also love feedback. So say hi.
Yeah, and also we do have a Patreon. If you can't get enough, it's patreon.com/NandMatt. You get a monthly bonus episode where we do things like review movies and play games. So check it out because it's fun.
Yeah, and thanks so much for listening to Rebooty and the Beast.
See you next week for the last Frankenstein episode.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Bye.